Oh, this is also new.
Well,
So we don't even know the original reference.
Yeah.
We're boomers. Oh my, we're boomers. Hello and welcome back to the Croak and Crow podcast. Welcome back.
Yep.
I am Spencer Cartier.
I am Volt.
Volt
from Danger Force.
From Danger Force. And this here is Frank. You know him, you love him. Guys, what's up? I am back after a long vacation.
I know. You feel very much like it's been a big
like
break.
People have missed me.
Yeah, but we were here on Friday.
We were. I wasn't, but I was
virtually.
Yeah, I can like turn into two people at once.
Maybe you're on Danger Force.
I don't know what that is.
It's a superhero show.
Maybe.
It's on Nickelodeon. And we need to keep up with the youngers.
Oh, the kids.
Yeah. So it's like think of like a Hannah Montana kind of sitcom.
Okay.
It's Nickelodeon.
Okay.
But it's Danger Force and they have powers.
They have powers.
So Volt, she has electrokinesis. She's like, she throws balls of red fire.
Boom.
Yeah.
Okay, well, for the older generation, a Harry Potter reference, I think, would be good. If you guys remember Hermione's like time watch.
Okay.
That Dumbledore. I'm sounding like a nerd right now, aren't I?
No.
Dumbledore,
don't say that.
It's
Harry Potter people.
Well, I'm a Harry Potter person.
The Harry Potter people.
Dumbledore gave her because she was so studious that she needed to be multiple places at once.
Okay.
And so she would do the.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of what I did. Like,
yes,
except in not really a studious way.
If people saw you in Ocean City, Maryland, and yet you were broadcasting from Pennsylvania, it was why. Yeah,
so I recorded the podcast, used my little time watch, went back, kind of went to Ocean City, Maryland for a week. And as you can see how tan I am. Mm-hmm. Do you guys see? Do you guys see all the color?
All the vitamins and nutrients you
vitamin D.
From the sun, which isn't as big as I thought it was.
The size of the sun?
Yeah.
You're insane.
No, it was like so tiny in the Milky Way.
Oh, well, yeah, but that's like that little blue dot theory. But if you compare it to...
It's big to our solar system.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like
Not the sun, huh?
Like it's impossible to comprehend even how big Jupiter is.
Yeah.
Let alone the sun.
How about Uranus?
Okay. Moving on, guys. This is a Christian podcast, and we're back. I had my fun in the sun. I was on the beach a lot. What else did I do?
Lucky.
Yeah.
You missed a very big storm that we had, that a bunch of people had in Mid-Atlantic region that took out all the power and the trees and everything.
I had perfect weather. Mm-hmm. I was boogie boarding. I'm like a pretty good boogie boarder, guys.
Yeah, you love it.
I love it. And so I have to stop saying boogie boarding because at this point I'm borderline professional.
Oh, what do they call it?
Bodyboarding.
Oh, yes.
So like true boogie boarding's for kids. So that's when you get a little foam board.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Bodyboarding is when you are prone. You're riding a board prone through the waves.
Okay.
So it's an expensive board. You're shooting past people. You're doing little tricks and stuff. I have a pretty expensive board, which I want a new one. I want a more expensive one, but it's a real sport. I was looking up like bodyboarding highlights.
Yeah.
You might make fun.
Do they flip?
They flip. They stand.
Imagine.
They stand. Even.
Yeah.
Would you believe?
Well, that's called surfing.
No, it's not.
So they're in the wrong.
Surfing is with a surfboard and you have like fins and stuff. That's what's crazy about it. Here's a clip. Yeah, but it's insane.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. But that's what I did. But now I'm back. I had enough fun. And now I'm ready to get back. Well, this is fun as well.
Yeah, I was going to say. It's time for the punishment.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, now for my repentance. My podcast repentance. Yeah. No, it's all fun in different ways.
You came back to we need a new award.
Boom, 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 boom. We have 200 subscribers now. Wow, that's a lot of people.
It is.
I don't even know 200 people.
Thank you.
I guess I do. I know all of you.
Yes.
200 subscribers, what an accomplishment. But like we said before, it's nice because every single one is important.
Yes, we don't care one bit about that.
We don't care one bit. We're not one of these channels that are like, we put up highlight reels.
No.
It's if one person watches this podcast, that's one more person. If anything,
this is like the Lady Gaga speech. If there's 99 people in a room,
and there can be 100 people in the room, and 99 don't believe in you, and you just need one to believe in you, and that was him.
Because if we had 2,000 subscribers, but number one, we were unhappy with what we were putting out, or number two, they were. What's the point?
What's the point? Riddle me that. What's the point? There is none. But yeah. So we are. Are you on the phone right now?
No, I don't know why that keeps happening. It just keeps telling me the call ended, and I don't know why. My phone is haunted, though. It turns itself on silent mode. If you have an iPhone 12, talk to me.
That's the government.
It turns itself on silent mode, which is pretty dangerous because I wait for people's emergency calls. I'm Volt, you know.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I like to turn my phone off, not listen to any calls.
No, not me. I like to turn it on harder.
I double turn it on. Yeah. Well, you have two phones for that reason.
I do have two phones. And good thing.
Heavens forbid one of them goes on silent.
Yeah.
But yeah, so how do we do this? How do we do this whole podcast and thing? Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. My timekeeping watch can only do so much.
Okay.
We did miss a meme review.
We missed a meme review. And we promised it. We don't even usually talk about it on Fridays. Last Friday, we literally said, get ready for day 199. We're going to do a Christian meme review.
Sorry, guys.
Listen, I was going to take up your slack because that's what co-hosts do. Co-hosts. I was going to do that for you. Mm-hmm. That's when we had the power outage.
Oh, I could have made that as an excuse.
Okay.
I let myself go. No, it's too late.
There was no Christian meme review.
Where's my time? Where's my time watch?
Yeah.
Back. Yeah, the power is out, guys. It was the best video I've ever made, but don't worry, it'll be up Sunday. Maybe. Perhaps. Ding.
I know I keep going back to Danger Force.
Is that Wednesday? Wait, what day is it? Wednesday?
It's Wednesday. It's not that, but I do like to stay up to date.
On
what is out. Like, you called me on it the other day and said, okay, enough of the Bugs Bunny references.
Yeah, there's this interesting thing about Space Jam being out.
Oh yeah, I saw a cereal box at Giant.
Yeah, so the new Space Jam is coming out, I don't know, this week, next week.
Yeah.
It's now starring LeBron. If you remember the first one, it was Michael Jordan with all of the Looney Tunes characters. Of course. It was a box office hit.
Yeah.
People still make references.
Oh yeah.
The shoe that was used.
I didn't see it. And I had children at the time. I didn't see it.
The shoe that was used in the movie are still to this day one of the most coveted Jordans, and they're called the Space Jam 11s. That's how much the impact of the movie had.
Yeah, I know.
So now they're recreating it, LeBron James, with the Looney Tunes characters.
LeBron, salesman.
But there is a discussion on if they're playing this wrong. If Warner Bros. And because of this,
what?
Space Jam for that generation of kids who love Michael Jordan and love Looney Tunes, and it was. Mad? Can you believe this? Who is this movie catering to?
I don't know.
Do any
retro? Is it like
do our
nostalgia?
Do our neighbors with 10-year-old kids know anything about Looney Tunes?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
So the people who the first movie's demographic was, they'll like it. They're adults, but it's just a nostalgia movie. Like, should they have changed it to?
Yeah.
Let's not keep doing Looney. Like, I don't think one kid at the age of around 10 knows who Bugs Bunny is or Daffy Duck.
But maybe sometimes people like to pick up. So young people like to pick up on something that was cool back then, because then it's like, yeah, I know all about that. I don't know
either. And the other thing is, the adults who watched at the time had a love for Michael Jordan.
Oh yeah.
Now those same adults, you ever have a conversation with a boomer about the Michael Jordan? I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle generation where I can see both. I'm like the all-seeing eye, Illuminati, where I can see both sides. Where I can see the young kids who like LeBron James don't know who Looney Tunes is.
Yeah.
The old people who liked Michael Jordan and Looney Tunes that are nostalgic.
Yeah.
See this as Michael Jordan. LeBron James. Why is he even replacing Michael Jordan?
Right.
They're not on the same level. So I don't know. I'm still going to watch it once again. I'm lucky enough to be in the middle where I both enjoy Looney Tunes and LeBron James. But am I the minority?
I'm sure they're pouring a lot of money into it, so it will be forced to be successful.
Yeah.
Also, like I said, I just checked myself. I don't know if I had kids at that time. Everything blurs together, but I'm guessing also it was probably new technology to have a human with a cartoon.
Yeah, well, there was a few movies at that time, like where it was like a big thing. Like Osmosis Jones,
Jessica Rabbit, or what's the show with Jessica Rabbit?
Wasn't I don't know, but there was Osmosis,
the bunny.
Yeah,
whatever.
There was Osmosis Jones. There was Space Jam, and then there was that other one with that one actor, and it was just like the Looney Tunes. There was
even the Paula Abdul video, which I referenced the other day. She's dancing with Scat Cat or something.
I don't know. Remember old references.
So Danger Force is interesting. It's literally, when you see, it's super familiar of how those sitcoms are made. That's So Raven. It's very that.
Yeah.
So that's easy and fun to watch. Everybody has to know what the kids are watching. I did notice in the show, it's sort of like a Power Ranger lineup, it seems, of the superhero type kids. Okay. But I did notice the gender fluidity of the way they're portrayed. Like the girl has short hair, the boy has long hair, this kind of thing. So upon further investigation, I found out that Danger Force is a spin-off from Henry Danger, which is Nickelodeon's longest running live action sitcom.
Never heard of it.
I know. We need to stay up.
Oh, this is also new. Well, so we don't even know the original reference.
Yeah.
We're boomers. We're boomers.
How is this happening? We're surpassing older people. I know. Henry Danger. And just an interesting side note that Michael D. Cohen, who I believe he's in Henry Danger, but I think he is in charge of Danger Force, is a very famous, he has come out, not exactly as a trans man, although he doesn't want to be called trans. He says, I'm a man. I was misgendered at birth. But I thought, I wonder if that was the influence I was seeing on the casting of these little superheroes, because it was not classic at all.
Yeah.
Of what you would call male and female. But watch some Danger Force.
Watch some Danger Force.
So when you're talking,
that's your homework.
Oh, and
when you're talking to 7-year-olds.
I don't know.
When you're at the playground trying to pick up a conversation.
Well, no. How about if you talk to somebody?
Hey, kids. Y'all watch Danger Force?
That's that meme with I never remember his name, but I love him.
Yeah,
he's from Boardwalk Empire.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah. But my character is Volt, whose character's name is Choppa. She turns into Volt. She's giving me a baby Zendaya.
Zendaya. Hey.
She's giving me baby Zendaya vibes.
Okay.
So Zendaya, watch out. You got a girl coming behind you that she's the next Zendaya, if you ask me. But look at it. On YouTube, you can even pull up clips and you can tell me what you think.
See, that's the thing where it starts to make me feel like a boomer.
Because she's little.
I'm still thinking like Zendaya is the baby version of like the next generation.
No.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so you got to keep up.
I'm just going to get a cane at this point.
Can you keep up, baby boy?
I do have a thing about keeping up. I'm big on keeping up. Mm-hmm. Not in the fact that I want to be young and
desperately.
Hip. I'm still a college kid. No, but
sir, please, you have to leave the campus.
Big man on campus, BMOC. Now I'm OMOC, old man on campus.
Yeah.
No, because now that I'm in this transitional generation of from your early 20s, college age, to now mid 20s, I'm seeing a lot of my friends talk down on certain things, like music, or cartoons. Or our music was so much better.
Yeah, clothes.
Oh, yeah. What are they wearing?
Yeah.
What are they doing? And why I don't like it is this. Every time they're talking, all I'm hearing is adults talking about like
how can they not hear it?
Early 2000s rap.
Yeah, I know.
Like, oh, this isn't real rap. We used to listen to Run DMC.
Right.
And like, oh, you guys are wearing saggy pants. That's like, what do you think? That's fashion? And it's like, it's such a repetitive cycle of like, why do we keep thinking our generation, oh no, well, we did it right. And it's like, well, then your generation, the generation above you said you did it right.
Right.
There is no right. It's like, this is what tip. I'm never gonna wear what the Gen Zers are wearing.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to throw shade on. Oh, you call this music? It's like, yes, they call this music because it is music. People are enjoying it.
It's so funny because when the generation that's the trending generation at that time, the trending fashion at that time, the style. So if you're in your 20s, this is the way we're dressing and this is our hair. And they say, oh, we're going to be so cool as old people. Mm-hmm. We're going to be so cool. And it's like, if you are wearing that when you're 80, you're going to, oh my God, look how. And people say, you were going to say something?
I was just going to say, that's like one of the things, like how it comes full circle. Because now I see people who are like showing pictures of their grandparents in their 20s, like looking like real fresh, like Peaky Blinders.
Because if it takes long enough,
and they're like, and it's photos of them when they're young, so they look young, and hot and ready to party.
Right,
these guys and girls. And
they keep showing Biden, young Biden.
Do they? And it's like, oh, we need to go back to this. We need to go back to this. But then when you see your grandfather wearing that same suit, you're like, oh, look at his little.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, I know.
And so me, when I have my backwards hat and my, I don't know, whatever I wear on, and my white Nike socks, they're gonna be like, oh, look at Grandpa, he's wearing his white Nike socks mowing the lawn, and it's like that will be the old person thing,
right? And they'll be like, what's a lawn?
Yeah. Oh, look at him. He's mowing the lawn. Who mows the lawn anymore?
I know.
You don't have an e-lawn?
Grandpa.
Actually, there are already.
There is.
Oh, I would love it. An electronic lawnmower.
Yeah, because people even say, not so much, I think, now, but when all the people used to start to get tattoos, people would say, oh my God, that'll be so weird when you're old. That'll be so weird when you're old. But in the oldest days, my grandfather, he was completely tattooed. Yeah. And it was an old man thing. So when I got a tattoo at 20, it was like a rebellious, because it was like a young girl getting a tattoo. That's crazy. Yeah. It's for old men. So
yeah.
It's people think they know.
People think they know. And there's another thing where there was an old photo of World War II guys, and one of them there was like a rocket mortar or something, and one of the guys had it between his legs in a suggestive fashion.
Right.
And then like there was such surprise in the comments.
They were like that?
Like, oh my God, look at these guys. And it's like, they're the same 20-year-olds that you have now that are goofing around. It's like,
he keeps doing it. It's so weird.
It's the government. They know we have 200 subscribers now, and they're like, we need to keep a closer eye on these guys.
So weird.
But One Word Wednesday? Are we even talking about One Word Wednesday, or are we just chatting?
We could do One Word Wednesday. The return chat. So my niece went to Disney World for a bachelorette party. How do you feel about adults in Disney World?
Here's my thing. I've never been.
Even as a child.
Your
parents were negligent.
My parents were negligent. They would take me to.
They would go.
They would,
and send you a postcard.
Actually, stay with Grandpa. That's how I got my whole like theology on what grandparents were wearing, because I spent so much time with them. No, so I never went, and now it's like I feel like I passed my prime on going.
No.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Anytime I bring this up to somebody else, any of my now adult friends,
right?
I say, oh, I've never been to Disney World, and they say you have to go. Like, I don't know it. Here's my thing.
Okay.
Everyone I know my age swears by it. They say, you go, you're not going to regret it. Like, but the combination, like Disney World and like especially like Epcot and stuff, and like Orlando Studios.
What's the other one called? Something Studio. Yes, Studios.
It's Orlando Studio, Universal Studios, Universal Studios, Epcot, Disney World.
Yeah,
they're like, you have to go. It is a magical experience. Now, here's my debate with myself.
Yeah,
I can believe them because it seems like everyone's saying it.
Right.
Or is it a cult following, and you spend enough money on something, and you have to love it?
No, because people do
go back.
Yeah, people would.
People go every year. Adults go every year.
Yeah. So my niece went.
How old is your niece?
30.
Okay.
And she's at a bachelorette party, and she
bachelorette party.
Yeah. People get married there.
They do.
Bachelorette parties. And just go to have fun. But she was at the Hollywood Tower. She wasn't. She took a photo. One of her Instagram stories. It was the Hollywood Tower Hotel or something. And that is a Disney World resort. Actually, it's in a lot of the Disney owned
like Disneyland.
Yeah, places, and it's it's a ride where you go up in an elevator in this big tower. And if you ever want to feel like what it feels like to be in a broken elevator, I believe, because I haven't been on.
That's a childhood fear of mine, so no thank you.
You hear breaking cables.
Oh.
It's dark.
Okay.
It's like, it's also has something to do with the Twilight Zone or something.
Yeah, I'm passing that one.
All right. Today's word for Walkthrough Wednesday. Is it Walkthrough Wednesday? Girl,
No.
It's not.
Oh, it's been a while, guys. I've been in OCMD.
Edit. Today's one word Wednesday is tower.
Tower. The Tower of Babylon.
Tower of London.
Oh, I thought we were being religious.
We are. I'm just, this is word association. You know that what happens on Wednesday. Yeah.
Towers.
Tower of Babylon, of course. That's the first Bible search result that will come up, and it will come up repeatedly because is it Judges? It just talks and talks and talks and talks and talks about the Tower of Babylon.
Now, the time I read Judges was a long time ago, but correct me if I'm wrong, the Tower of Babylon is when they tried to build a tower so high that it reached the heavens?
Yes. The whole world had one language and one common speech at that time.
Okay.
And then they built the tower. They wanted to get to heaven, and it did not end well.
No.
or did it? We have a million languages now.
Now we have culture.
Yeah. Some countries have a million languages in the country. Did you know that?
Well, like China. China, I know, like in China, 9 times out of 10, you speak multiple languages.
Really?
Because Mandarin is the language across.
Okay.
But then every little section, because you know how big China is.
Right.
And it's such an old country.
Right.
Every individual part has their own language.
Right.
And then they came up with like, hey, can everyone just learn Mandarin so we can communicate with each other? But they all still speak their native
That's how
tongue.
it is in India, too. India has tons of little languages, but then they have the main language. And also they use English.
What is the name? Is there a name for the main language?
I know, I'm trying.
Indian.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably something, but I'm not sure what that is. But even lots of places have regional little, even the Philippines has regional little, which we don't. We speak English in America with different accents, but it's always Louisiana has
Well, so they speak a little, they throw a little French in there, a little Creole.
Yeah, that's it. So towers are protection.
More than protection. I would say walls are protection.
Okay.
Towers are visibility, height.
Yes. Well, isn't that protection?
Yes.
You know, if you have a tower, if you have a vantage point.
Yeah, you have a watchtower.
Watchtower.
Yeah.
The watchtower. That's the name of the little booklet that the knockers give you. Is it? Welcome to our Venice?
Seventh-day Venice?
I think they're Seventh-day Venice. It's called the Watchtower, is their little booklet. So Psalm 61:3, for you have been my refuge, a strong tower against the foe. And Proverbs 18:10, the name of the Lord is a fortified tower. The righteous run to it and are safe.
Yeah, so tower is protection.
Yes.
You go up into the tower. Or it also holds you. Rapunzel. #Rapunzel.
Oh. Ew.
Oh.
There are, in Ireland, there's round towers that aren't connected to walls or castles. And it's unique to Indigenous Ireland, these round towers.
Well, I think the Leaning Tower would beg to differ.
No, I'm serious. They are. The oldest.
But the Leaning Tower is a circular tower, self-standing.
Not standing that well. Okay.
Well, that's what happens when you don't build it on Irish
I don't know
soil.
how old the Leaning Tower of Pisa is.
Neither do I.
The oldest tower, I believe, in Ireland is over 1,000 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Could be 1,200. And it's an interesting tower. There's many of these round towers in Ireland. But this one in particular is unusual because it has a shallow base, but it's extremely tall and thin. And it has never fallen or... and to connect it religiously, spiritually, as we do, a lot of these towers, yes, were used for looking and for alerting, but also the monks would be in there writing and illuminating the manuscripts.
Illuminated manuscripts. I took a whole class on those.
Really? So what does illuminating mean?
Illuminated, it's the illustrations.
Illustrating.
So it's not just the biblical writing. They wrote it in a very fancy and like it was
like
it was
the Book of Kells, I believe. So what you're saying is
Book of Kells is like the most famous illuminated manuscript.
So it's not a children's Bible where we just told this story and then we draw a picture of a shepherd. It is like a capital R and curly.
Then there would be like a page of just like pure. But I believe, I could be totally wrong on this. One of the reasons was they weren't doing religious art at the time.
Oh.
And so that was sort of the way of like showing both art through and biblical things, because all the Bibles were just written and written and written.
Right.
And so they would, and it was at the Dark Ages where books were being destroyed, all religious stuff was being destroyed. The monks used to grab the manuscripts and run. So the fact that they single-handedly kept the Bible alive through these illuminated manuscripts.
Right.
And it was also part of the monks' worship, is they would be sitting there for like 10 hours a day.
Meditation and worship.
Yeah, it was like it was all part. It wasn't just like it was a meditative in itself.
Interesting.
Yeah.
There is a story about a tower in Luke. And
oh wait, where they throw a rock on the head? No, that's in Judges. Do you have that one?
No, I don't. I should, but I don't know what happened.
It's like one of like the most gnarliest book of Judges, where I forget what happens. Like they're in a tower, and someone's trying to get in the tower, and they go out and they throw a rock. And
they used to throw oil and everything on people.
It just crushes the person's head.
Oh wow, no.
Yeah, I'll try to look it up.
No, this is when they're asking Jesus, "How do I be on the New Testament, how do I be a disciple?" And this is the part of the story where Jesus says, give everything up. Give up your mom, your dad, your wife, your town. Give absolutely everything up. And the little statement he gives to illustrate that is, he says, this is Luke 14:28. Suppose one of you wants to build a tower. Won't you first sit down and estimate the cost to see if you have enough money to complete it? And the point Jesus was trying to make, I'll speak for Jesus in that. No, the reason I know is because it goes on.
Yeah.
Is he says, if you start to build the tower and then you realize you don't have the money, the time, or the strength, you have a half-built tower. How embarrassing. So it's saying, to follow me, can you follow me? It's, like, not to follow. Everyone can follow Jesus. It's easy, and you can. This
is for the disciples.
This is for the disciples.
Disciples. Okay. It's saying like, first understand what I'm asking out of you, disciples.
Yes.
Like, don't think this is no part-time job. This is go home, think about it. It's like when someone asks you something really important. It's like, don't give me the answer now.
Right.
Don't I don't want a quick answer. It's a lot to think about.
Some people even refuse other people. Like they'll say, I want, say in the old days, and they're getting sailors to take a cross-Atlantic trip. And then they'll say like, I want to go. And it's like, you don't. Yeah. I guarantee you don't.
Yeah.
So, we have little time. Can you just tell us what is the difference between having to be all in and not?
Well, I think it's this. I think we talk about it all the time of people burning out in spirituality. Yes. And you like, don't take this as, oh, well, what? I don't have enough to give to Jesus. But a lot of people, I think they go all 100 in and they're like, no, you know what? I'm going to give up my possessions. I'm going to do all these things. And then it's like, you burn out, and it's
That's interesting.
So
he doesn't want to lose you.
He doesn't want to lose you.
Right.
And it's like, sit down and really think. And it's like, that's when I say like, oh, everyone should read the Bible. And then someone starts reading it and they're like, I can't keep up. I just read 100 pages today. I'm not doing that again tomorrow. And it's like, okay, sit down and see how much time of the day you have. See what you can give.
It's like the working out you talked about in many podcasts.
I was going to say I was going to bring up working out because that's what I love to do. When people come up to me and they're like, I want a chiseled body. I want to look like Zac Efron on the beach. And I am like, chiseled body doesn't equate being healthy.
True. So
I will never tell anyone you don't have enough time to be healthy. Everyone has enough time to be healthy. But whenever someone asks me like, I want abs and stuff, and I'm like, I'm like, sit down and show me what brings value in your life. If that is aesthetics and you don't care about anything else, that's fine. Mm-hmm. Like, you're going to choose that and you'll be happy. But if you realize that you love socializing with people with food, enjoying things you love,
right,
having more time to do other things besides working out, and you're like, okay, I would like this nice body, but what brings me more
where's
joy?
Your values?
What brings me more joy is this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Then do that, and
Right.
don't beat yourself up for not being able to do this.
Right.
Because you're doing yourself a disservice.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with following Jesus, or like to the disciples. Like this is an extreme version
Right.
of following Jesus. It's the same way you can be healthy. You can be a follower of Jesus, but don't think that because, oh, but I want to be the number one disciple. It's like, are you willing to give up all of the
Right.
things that has nothing? Well, let's equate healthy life to a healthy relationship with Jesus. It's
Right.
like anyone can, just like working out, anyone can do that. Anyone has the ability to do that. Not everyone has the ability to become a monk. And
personal trainer.
yeah. So like, and that's what the disciples were sort of like, it would be going into like a monkhood, like,
Right.
and
Yeah, you're
that's
right.
the distinguishing thing. And so the biggest thing, just like with the health, is not feeling like because I can't become a monk, because I can't give my all, well, then I'm just going to eat Cheetos and
Right.
not work out. It's like you can still live that healthy life
Right.
in a sustainable way.
Yeah, because when he was teaching, and the throngs of people,
Mhm.
you know, like think of the loaves and fishes, he wasn't telling the thousands of people to give up their wives, their houses, their
Yeah.
jobs. That was that relationship, talking
Yeah.
to these people, and I'm paving the way, and we're all going to heaven. That was talking to the people who were asking, I want to be a Peter. You know?
I want to carry on the mission.
Right.
But yeah, that's towers. Build your tower high and tall.
Yeah.
On a good foundation, and sit down and make sure you have enough supplies, spiritual supplies.
Yes.
But yeah, that's it. I'm back. You know, we're getting back into it. It's gonna be a good week.
Yeah.
I'm refreshed.
Until you leave again.
Until I leave. Who knows? But you won't even know.
You won't even know.
Am I even here right now? Anyway, guys, we will be back tomorrow with a walkthrough Thursday. You remember that? It's been how long?
A week.
Who knows at this point? Yeah, so like, subscribe, and share. Let's get 200 to 210. No, or just let's drop down.
No! Or whatever. I don't care.
Peace, love, and prosperity. Peace.